Tired of squinting at tiny access forms on a giant monitor? What about the other way? You've got forms designed for your big office monitor, and now you can't get them to fit on your travel laptop. I have that problem. Well, welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. And today we're going to talk about a new form zooming feature in Microsoft Access. You'll learn how to zoom forms, tables, and queries, where to find the new zoom controls, and what to do if you update Office but the feature doesn't show up right away. Alright, so Microsoft just released a brand new feature for Access, the ability to zoom in and out on forms, tables, and queries. This is another great reminder that yes, Access is still alive and well. Microsoft is still working on it, they're still adding new features, and this is one that people have been asking for years. So I'm going to walk you through the new features, and stick around till the end of the video because I'm also going to talk about Office update issues. I updated one of my machines to the correct version 2605 on the current channel, and I still didn't get the feature right away on my regular computer. So we'll talk about why that happens, what you should check before updating, and why I normally keep Office updates turned off. We'll talk about that later. So Access now lets you zoom in and out when you're working with forms, tables, and queries in Form View or Datasheet View. It doesn't work in Design View yet. This is great for readability. You can zoom in if you want a closer look at your data, or you can zoom out if you want to see more records and more controls on the screen at once. And this is, like I said before, especially useful for people using large monitors, 4K monitors, laptops with high DPI screens, or anyone who just doesn't want to squint at their database all day. And yes, I'm now at an age and a vision quality where I appreciate this kind of thing a lot more than I used to. There's a couple different ways to zoom in on a form. You can use the little new slider down here. You just go plus like this, right? And a minus to zoom back out. There's also a zoom box up here, right? You can zoom in, you can zoom out. You can use the keyboard. It's Control-Alt plus and Control-Alt minus. And you can also use the scroll wheel on your mouse. Hold down the Control key and use the scroll wheel. Although I can't demonstrate that one because I'm remoting into this machine. Like I said, this is my other machine that's got the beta version installed. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. It also works if you switch to Datasheet View. You can also zoom in and out. I don't do a lot of work in Datasheet View myself. I prefer continuous forms, and unfortunately, continuous forms do not have this feature yet, but they are going to be adding it. And again, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But with most regular forms, single forms, you can zoom in all the way to 500% and all the way out to 50%. Now you'll notice the form doesn't resize with it. That's one thing I suggested at Access Day and at the MVP Summit, so maybe they'll add that. We'll see. Note that this does not change the design of your form. It's just zooming in and out on what's actually there. And speaking of design, it doesn't work in Design View, but again, that's on their roadmap list. So hopefully they'll have that out soon, because that's one thing that I need. I need it more in Design View than I do in Form View. I want to be able to zoom in so I can get these guys right on the exact little grid dots that I need them on. That's my thing. I use the Windows zoom for that all the time. But you should find that this is pretty close to what we've got in Word and Excel already. Now, if you do find that you want to always have this particular database zoomed in, let's say you designed it for your office and you have a copy on your travel laptop, right? You can set the default zoom. So let me close all these. Watch. Go to File and then Options. And then under Current Database, you'll find the default zoom here. So let's say you're on your giant monitor now, right? And you want to make sure that this always opens up forms smaller than normally designed. Well, set this to something else. Let's set it to 70%. I'll hit OK. Now notice when I open up forms, look at that. They're opening up smaller. See, now these will normally open up at that zoom rate. All of your forms will. All right? Or vice versa. If you're on a machine where you want them bigger, or you've got that one person in the office with really horrible eyesight, even with their bottle glasses on like me, and you want to make all of their forms open bigger, right? Just go into File Options and set this to something bigger, like 120%. All right? And now they'll all open bigger. See? That way you don't have to individually zoom in each time. I'm going to put mine back to 100%. This feature also works with tables and queries. You can open up a table, you can zoom in and out. Although this is for us, the developers, we never let our end users poke around in tables, right? Queries, maybe, but I still keep them in just forms and reports. I don't let them poke around in my tables or my queries. As far as reports go, we've had report zooming for print preview forever. Right, you can come in here and zoom in and out. You know, change it over here on the slider bar. It's not supported yet in just regular report view, although I never use regular report view, so I'm not too worried about that. But that's something that is also on the roadmap that they're going to be adding. Also, some other limitations. Pop-up forms don't work with zooming just yet, and that's another one that they've listed on their the Microsoft roadmap of stuff they're going to be doing. It's slated for release in June 2026, so we'll see. Also, keep in mind if you're using any ActiveX controls, those little controls you can plug in that aren't really part of Access, those won't zoom as well, like the old the tree view control, for example. And as you guys who have been following my channel for any time know, I try to avoid those ActiveX controls as often as I can. So bottom line, you can zoom your forms, tables, queries. You can use the ribbon. You can use the status bar slider. You can use the keyboard shortcuts. You can use control and mouse wheel. And you can set the default zoom level. And that makes Access much easier to work with and read on modern displays. It's a great new feature, and I'm very happy to see the Access team continuing to improve the product. Now, for developers, there's good news too. At Access Day and during the MVP Summit, there was some discussion about exposing this feature to VBA. That means in the future, we might be able to set the form's zoom level directly in code, right? Something like a me.zoom equals 150 or something. It's not available yet, but it's on their roadmap. You can change the zoom level of reports with the do command run command, and I've covered that in some other videos. But again, that's one of those features that I almost never use. Reports are to be printed or made into PDFs. That's about it. All right, now let's talk about updating. All right. Before you run out and update Office, here's my advice. First, take note of what version of Office you're currently running. And you could do that under File and then Account, and then go into About Access. And you'll see it right here. All right. Now, this is my machine that I have in the beta channel, which is where you get all the newest features as soon as they're released to beta. And this is the one I play around with because I went to update my main computer, the one that I do all my work and my recording of videos on, and it didn't update with this new feature. And that's because Microsoft rolls out these features gradually. That means two people can have the exact same version and build, and one will get the feature before the other. And Microsoft does this so they can enable the feature for a small group first, watch for problems, and then they expand the rollout over several days. So if you update the version 2605, which is the version that's supposed to have it, this is, like I said, this is the beta version, so I'm actually ahead. All right, here's the version on my regular computer that I just updated. It's 2605. That's the version that has the form zooming in it. But if you update to this version and you don't see form zooming, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just simply not enabled for your installation yet. So you might have to wait a couple days. The feature's on the way, but Microsoft hasn't flipped the switch for your machine yet. First of all, make sure you're running Microsoft 365. If you've got the perpetual version, like 2024 or whatever, you're not going to get it. You have to have a 365 subscription to get these new features. So that's one of the benefits of the subscription model. All right, make sure you got 2605 build 16 or later. Make sure you're in the current channel. There's current channel, beta channel. There's some other like enterprise channels, whatever. You got to be in the current channel or the beta channel. And even if you've done all that and you still don't have it, you might still have to wait a few days. That's what happened to me. So I'm still waiting on this machine to get form zooming. Now, why do I also say to make sure that you take note of this version, your older version, the one that was working just fine? Well, just in case any problems are introduced when you upgrade, you know what version you need to roll back to. I've actually had to do this several times. In fact, I've had to do it so many times, I made a video about it in case you have to as well. What I normally recommend you do is install the update on a PC that's not necessarily critical. If you got a couple machines in your office like I do, install the new version on one that you don't need to use. Make sure everything works, your databases that you use on a regular basis, and then if that's okay, then update everything else. There's nothing worse than installing an Office update and then all of a sudden it breaks something. Something doesn't work right. Even if it's just a little bug, it can still cause you to, lose precious productivity time. And this is one of the reasons I normally keep updates off for both Windows and Office. I don't let my system automatically update on its own. There's nothing worse than coming in on a Monday morning and it's like, oh, by the way, last night we installed a new version of Office and now nothing works. So I install updates manually, and I do it when I know I've got a few hours just in case. I'm like, all right, I'm going to install update now, and I've got till 2 o'clock to make to roll back if I have to. So I do it manually myself. That's just my recommendation. But like I said, if you install the new update and it doesn't show up right away, just give it a couple days. And you might have to update again. Sometimes that has to happen because I usually leave this off. I'm going to turn it back off in a minute. And I always keep coming in here and checking to see. And it says, okay, yeah, you're up to date. I know I'm not up to date. I don't have the new feature installed. So, okay, anyways, I'll be patient. But that's it. That's the forum zooming. It's a great addition. Makes access easier to read. Helps with modern monitors. They're going to be rolling out large monitor support soon, too. I can't wait for that because I got a giant monitor, and I can only make these little teeny tiny forms. What is it, 21 inches is the limit? But this is a great new addition, and once again, it proves that Access is still very much alive and well in 2026. For everybody who keeps saying that Access is dead, well, somebody forgot to tell Microsoft because the Access team is still cranking out new features. All right, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Post any questions you got down below. Let me know if you have the new Zoom feature yet. And, I'm curious to hear what version you're running and whether or not it showed up right after updating because I am still waiting for it on my machine, and I'm a little sad. But that's going to do it for your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button right now and give me a like. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and make sure you click that bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever I post a new video. If you're new to Microsoft Access, check out my Access Beginner Level 1 course. It's over 4 hours long and it covers all the basics like tables, queries, forms, and reports. It's a great place to start, and it's also completely free. Members of my channel get extended cut videos, sample databases, access to my code vault, and full training classes every month. Click the join button for details. Thanks for watching. I'm Richard Rost with AccessLearningZone.com. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time.